What is up, everyone? I need a haircut. Today, I wanted to talk really quickly about Aladdin, the new live action one. I'm not going to turn on any lights in my house. Allie and I were able to sneak away, have a little date day the other day, and we caught the new Aladdin finally. And we both had totally different viewpoints on it. So I'm going to talk about mine. Allie was not a big fan. She was disappointed when we left. I, on the other hand, had a great time. Granted, I went into it with the lowest of expectations, I think. I went into it going, movie's not going to be great. I want to have a good time. Maybe not the best attitude to have, but I think it made it a little bit more fun. The way I saw it from the start, from like one jump ahead, I felt like I was watching a Broadway musical or even like a Disney Parks musical, Disney Cruise musical, something like that. Not necessarily a big budget movie. I think that helped. There were some things that Allie complained about, like some of the dancing was shot slower and then sped up. Some of the chase scene in One Jump Ahead, stuff like that. There were a few things that they employed in the movie that I think were Bollywood techniques that were meant to look like Bollywood techniques to give that flair to it. That was kind of the vibe I got, but I don't think it necessarily translates to an American audience that's not super familiar with Bollywood. Obviously, the dance scenes and things like that were super influenced by that, but some of the smaller things I don't think really translated. I thought Will Smith was great. There were a couple of scenes in there that were hilarious. I think the singing was good. I think that the actors are not quite prepared to sing and act, to emote while they're singing. So there were some awkward moments there. All in all, though, I had a good time. I feel like Will Smith was filled in those shoes, and I think they did a great job of kind of not totally changing it, but keeping some of the ideas that Robin Williams created for that character and just Will Smith taking it and making it his own. Story was great. I think the acting was pretty good. It wasn't amazing, wasn't mind-blowing, but I think it was good. I had a good time. I would definitely watch it again. Does it hold up? Does it compare to the original animated Aladdin? Absolutely not. Of course not. But if you went into it thinking it was going to be just as good or better, that was silly. If you went into it thinking it will never hold up to the original, well, duh. Again, that's kind of a silly mindset to go into it. So I went into it going, I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to have fun. This wasn't a movie. I don't even think Disney necessarily threw their chips on the table knowing that this was going to be their summer blockbuster. I think that's why it was released alongside, Avengers Endgame and Captain Marvel and Toy Story 4 and Lion King and Spider-Man Far From Home. I think that it came out on this ticket where Disney knew it had plenty of summer blockbusters and they knew people would come out to see live action Aladdin. Dumbo along on that list. I think Dumbo was a little bit lower on the totem than Aladdin. I think Disney knew that. I think that they also know Lion King is where their money's at. Like, that's where they're going to make it this summer. I'm still excited for that. We will go see Toy Story in the next couple weeks, and then I'll do another review. I'm going to try and do some small little reviews of movies as they come out that are Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, what have you. Maybe a couple of other things here and there, but mostly Disney, try and stay on brand. But who knows? Maybe I'll just be like, hey, on brand is watching movies in general. I had a good time. I would recommend it for your family, for you and your kids, or just for you. I thought it was fun. Was it amazing? No. Am I going to go on and on about how great it was? Absolutely not. But did I have a good time? Yeah. Did I laugh? Yeah. Enough at some points to where my wife had to look at me because I don't normally laugh in movies even if they're funny. But she looked over at me and saw I was laughing. So I had a good time. I thought it was fun. One other complaint that I can think of right now would be the song. I love musical theater. I love Pasek and Paul, Dear Evan Hansen, Greatest Showman. I haven't seen La La Land, so I can't really say anything about that. But I think they're excellent songwriters. I think that they are super talented, dare I say geniuses. Now, I think that Speechless, I think that's what it's called, Jasmine's song that's in there twice, I don't think it fit the character or the style of music that happens throughout the movie. Was it a good song? Yes. Did she do a great job? Yes. But I think that it didn't fit. It didn't fit what was going on with her character. It didn't fit the style of the music. I think maybe they should have sat down with Alan Menken and kind of collaborated a little bit more than they did. But that was kind of my biggest thing, and I really was bummed out that they didn't have Proud of Your Boy. I know, unfortunately, that's been taken by some right-wing groups and made into something which doesn't make any sense at all. But I love that song from the musical, from the original score. I'm a little bummed it wasn't in there, but Speechless was all right, just not quite my favorite thing ever. Easter eggs. Now, one of my favorite parts of the whole movie was there were some solid Disney Easter eggs. I'm not going to spoil too many of them. I'm going to give you two, and then I'm going to let you kind of find the rest. So two of my favorites. One of them was not so obvious. In fact, Allie didn't catch it. But right after Aladdin and Genie get out of the Cave of Wonders, they're sitting there, they're talking about making him a prince, that whole conversation. Magic Carpet is off building a sandcastle. At one point, it builds Cinderella's castle, and it flicks sand over the castle, and it looks like the star, like from the opening of every Disney movie ever. And I thought that was awesome. And then when Aladdin is trying to put a Babwa on the map, sorry, spoiler alert, I guess. It's not really that big of a spoiler, but nonetheless. But Genie kind of puts Fantasyland on there, and it's got Cinderella Castle, and it's got like a couple of the rides, and I just thought that was an awesome little nod to Disney fans, Disney parks, things like that. So there's some good Easter eggs in there. Makes it fun for Disney fanatics like myself. So that's my thoughts on Aladdin. Go check it out, even if you wait until it comes out and you can stream it or Redbox it if you still use DVDs and Blu-rays. Not that I'm judging you, because I do too. I still buy, every time a Star Wars movie comes out, I buy the Blu-ray. So that's my thoughts. That's my review. Hope you like it. Hope you like me. I'll see you again here real soon.